So we're pretty sure it was January 2012, or maybe even February 2012. But 2012, the early 2012. It was my first time here, and my first time meeting Cheryl, and this room hadn't been so nicely redone, and the stage was at the other end, where your food was today, our food. And about 1 hour into Saturday, a woman came up to me, and she was kind of bereft. And she said, I have a friend who has a baby that's in the hospital that just had a stroke, and I know you're doing sessions here, so I wondered if you would see the baby. And I have done a lot of cranial sacral work on new moms and babies, postpartum moms and infants, newborns, but never one that had a stroke. I didn't know what was going on with it. This was all secondhand through this woman. And I said, Spirit, what do you want me to do? And what I heard was, have her call you. So I said that, have her call me. So I went back to my room at the end of the day, and there was a call. And I listened to the message, and this mom was obviously heartbroken, in tears. And would I please, please, please see her daughter, who was at that time 3 days old, or four days old. So, before I picked up the phone, I said, okay, what should I do about this, Spirit? Tell me what to do. So what I heard was, have her bring the baby here. So this is like, for those of you who have been on the journey home in the book, and you have the map of now, you are here, right? You're no place else but here. You're not out there. So that's what my instructions were. One little moment at a time. So, all right, have her bring the baby here. So I called her, and she was so grateful, and she was crying and I was crying. And so the next day I had her come, and so the husband, the mom and the dad and the little baby, and you could tell that they were just holding it together, just holding it together. The mom had a scheduled C-section. They were going home the next day, and the baby was on the bed all dressed, mom was all dressed, and dad went to get the car, and the baby started seizing, like a full-blown seizure. And there was nobody in the room but the mom and the baby, and she started hollering, and the nurse hollered for a doctor, and they grab the baby and leave. And you don't know. You don't know. You don't know what's going on. And so when they finally brought her back, she was hooked up and medicated, and they had done x-rays of her brain. They had done a CAT scan, and right here at the base of her brain on both sides were these dark spots, and tiny baby, big dark spots. So, worst case scenario was dead. That part around the brainstem was dead. And I'm holding this tiny little, beautiful, perfect looking baby in my arms, and I'm going, okay, Spirit, okay, what now? Because she felt okay. And I was trying to be very careful that it wasn't just my wishful thinking that I wanted her. I really wanted her to be okay. But she did. Her cranial fluid felt okay, her body, everything, her color, perfect. So I said, okay, what now? And so these people don't know me. They don't know anything about Kryon. They don't know anything. They know one woman in this room that started this whole process, and they were desperate. But they also trusted that the medical community didn't know what to tell them, didn't know what to do. They could offer them nothing. So here they were, and when we had that meeting, we had a really tall stage. We had stairs to go up. It was probably about this high. And so I got up on the stage with the mom and the dad and the baby, and the whole room began to have a wave of this beautiful energy as I told the story. And the parents were already so grateful, and we were all in tears. And we did 3 ohms, and I believe I I can't remember exactly. Maybe some of you would remember better. I think we stood up and we did these ohms, and then people in the crowd started saying things about when they see this little girl in the future, what they see for her. And someone said, I see her running through the grass, and I see her picking flowers, and I see this. And I said, I see her saying, hey, Dad, can I have the keys to the car? You know, and people just kept saying that, and they were creating this intentional future reality of health and wellness for this little girl. I can get the biggest chill when I talk about this. And so for all of you that were there that day and all of you that are here now, you're now part of baby Lila's healing. She's almost 6 years old and just beautiful, like an angel, And every couple of years, less than 2 years, I get a new picture from her mom, and we just say hello. And last time I was here, we almost got her here, but you know, she had, I think, soccer or something. So, you know, for her, that's her life. She's not connected to anything that happened here. So thank you again for all of you that raised your hand, and thank you who asked me about that. Where's the man that asked me about that today? Thank you so much for asking, because we are all sharing in that amazing event. And now everyone here is sharing in that. It happened here, right here, in this room. And that's the power of intention, collective intention. The energy that we put together can change one person, or it can change the planet. Both, all of it, all the time. And it starts here with that loving collective intention.